Applying for financial aid is an important part of the college admissions process, so we want to help make it as easy as possible. The Student Financial Support Team at Johns Hopkins University is here to walk you through each step of the process. We'll also explain materials you should gather as you prepare to apply for financial aid and important dates and deadlines. Let's kick things off by talking about what you're required to submit when you apply for aid. We'll cover deadlines toward the end of the video. Domestic applicants and international applicants have slightly different requirements, so what you'll need to submit depends on your citizenship or residency status. Domestic applicants are students who are U.S. citizens, permanent residents, or have DACA or undocumented status. Eligible non-citizens with the status of refugee, asylee, Cuban Haitian entrant, or other protected statuses are also considered domestic applicants. If you don't fall into any of these categories or are a citizen of another country and attended secondary school in the U.S., you're considered an international applicant. Domestic applicants must submit the free application for federal student aid, which you may know better as FAFSA, and the CSS Profile. International applicants must indicate their interest in financial aid when they apply for admission and submit the CSS Profile. In some cases, for both domestic and international applicants, we'll require additional financial information. If that's the case, you'll get an email after you submit your financial aid application letting you know what we need. Let's dig into each of these a little more, including any materials you should plan to gather before submitting your application. Using a measure called the Student Aid Index, FAFSA determines your eligibility for all federal aid programs. This includes Pell Grants, federal work-study opportunities, and federal loans. The Student Aid Index considers a range of factors to determine your ability to pay for college and how much aid you're eligible to receive. The FAFSA is completely free for all students and required only for domestic applicants. Students with DACA or undocumented status aren't eligible for federal student aid. However, if you have a Social Security number, you have the option to submit the FAFSA to see if you're eligible for state aid like grants or scholarships. If your parents are divorced or separated, only the contributor parent or the parent who provided the most financial support the prior year will need to complete the FAFSA. You may be able to complete the FAFSA by importing your family's financial information automatically from the IRS. If not, here's what you'll need: your parent or legal guardian's tax returns, financial records confirming the value of non-home, non-retirement assets like savings, investments, and real estate, to name a few. Hopkins uses the CSS Profile to determine your estimated family contribution and eligibility for institutional aid, or what we call Hopkins scholarships. These are need-based scholarships beyond what you may receive from the federal government. They allow us to fully cover the difference between your estimated family contribution and the total cost of attendance. Submitting the CSS Profile is required for both domestic and international applicants. Filing is free for domestic applicants with an annual family income below $100,000. If your parents are divorced or separated, both households will need to complete the CSS Profile separately. To complete the CSS Profile, you'll need the following documents and information from both of your parents: tax returns, W-2s or other financial records, bank statements, records of investments, and records of untaxed income. In some cases, we'll need additional information to determine your eligibility for institutional aid. You may get an email from Hopkins or IDOC, the College Board's free document upload service, requesting financial documents like tax returns, W-2s, or other records. Finally, let's cover important dates and deadlines. As long as you submit the required materials by these deadlines, you'll receive your financial aid offer at the same time as you receive your admissions decision. If you're applying to our Early Decision 1 plan, your financial aid application is due November 15th. This year, because of the FAFSA Simplification Act, the FAFSA won't be available by the usual November 15th deadline. Here's what that means. Early Decision 1 applicants are still required to submit the CSS Profile by November 15th, and then the FAFSA when it becomes available in December. Because we use the CSS Profile to determine your family's estimated contribution, you'll still receive your financial aid offer with your admissions decision in December. The total amount of need-based scholarships and grants included in your financial aid offer will not change as a result of the delayed FAFSA. If you're applying through our Early Decision 2 or Regular Decision plan, you have a little more time. Plan to submit your financial aid application by January 15th. It's also important to remember that your Hopkins admissions application is due before your financial aid application. We announce our admissions application deadlines every year on August 1st, so be sure to check the most current dates online. Your eligibility for financial aid is the same whether you're applying early decision or regular decision. We cover 100% of demonstrated need for all admitted students, which means you'll receive the same consideration for need-based and merit scholarships, no matter when you apply. Learn more about how we're making Hopkins financially possible by watching our Understanding Your College Costs and How We Keep Hopkins Affordable video. If you have questions about applying for aid, determining your eligibility, or what happens after you apply, we've compiled a helpful list of FAQs. Visit the Tuition and Aid section of our undergraduate admissions website for a full list. We realize that everyone's situation is different, so if you need additional support applying for financial aid, we're here to help. You can connect with our student financial support team or your pre-assigned financial aid advisor by visiting our contact page. We also invite applicants to attend one of our online or in-person financial aid info sessions. We cover the financial aid application process in greater detail and give you the chance to ask real-time questions. Register for an upcoming session on our website. Thanks for watching. We hope that this is helpful as you prepare to apply for financial aid.